One of the most common questions that we get when we're doing our workshops and seminars for people that are getting ready to go on Medicare is, I'm already on it. Can I change my plan? How do I change my plan? And how do you answer that? And I'm very happy to welcome my son to in front of the camera, who generally doesn't like to be in front of the camera. So if he's like a little bit awkward and boring, forgive him.
Cut. So how do you change plans? That's a big question we get because, you have all these decisions. What if you make the wrong one? What if you want to change in the future? So what we tell folks is most of the time you can only change plans during the Medicare season. So it's October 15th through December 7th. And that's when you can do a couple different things. First of which, you can go from a Medicare supplement plan to a Medicare Advantage plan, and you'll be approved. Right? There's no health questions. As long as you don't have kidney failure, you'll be approved.
They just changed the rule. So starting in 2021, they'll take anybody that is in end-stage renal disease too. So they'll take anybody now on Medicare Advantage.
Perfect.
There's no knockout health questions.
So they will not deny you can go from a Medicare supplement to a Medicare Advantage plan. You can also go from Medicare Advantage Plan A to Medicare Advantage Plan B. Say you don't like your current plan or there's a new one out there, and you won't be denied either. You can choose any Medicare Advantage plan you want. You can do the same thing with drug plans. But what we stress to people is the thing that you have to qualify for is when you want to go from a Medicare Advantage plan to a Medicare supplement plan. Then you have health questions.
Because everybody thinks since there's no questions to go to Medicare Advantage, they assume there's no question to go from Medicare Advantage to Medicare supplement, and that is an incorrect assumption.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions. We do this all day with
folks.
There's
like 100.
It seems like 100, especially
100 health questions.
And we sound like we're doctors when we do it. We have a whole list of questions. In the last couple of years, have you had cancer, heart attack, stroke?
Been hospitalized. Overnight,
diabetes
2 or more
with a lot
nights.
of insulin. And if you say yes to even one of those questions, well, now you might be stuck. So it's a really, people really need to know this when you're coming on to Medicare is if you start off on a supplement, well, you can always go down to Medicare Advantage one time a year.
I don't say down because it's not like a degrade in benefits. You
It's
can
a
go
good point.
over.
You can go over. But the opposite doesn't always work unless your health qualifies. So you can't start off on Medicare Advantage and go over to Medicare Supplement once you're out of your initial enrollment period unless your health qualifies.
So another thing that I get is people say, oh, well, I tried to go to Cigna and they wouldn't take me. So I know I can't get any Medicare supplement. And they don't understand that all the Medicare supplement companies have different questions. So just because Cigna wouldn't accept you doesn't mean Humana won't. Or if Cigna and Humana won't, doesn't mean that Blue Cross might. It depends on
your company, your state, a lot of things. And
the year you're applying. So if 3 years ago you tried and you couldn't, you might be able to now. So that's what,
that's why it's so important to work with the Medicare family and someone who can, look at all the different companies for you.
My family.
It's because if you try and call each company and they'll go through the health questions with you and you get denied by every one because you don't know which companies are good for your specific condition, that'll drive you bonkers.
Oh, it'll take you hours and it'd be fruitless, where we can tell you right away, if you have some kind of cardiac issue, blood pressure, cholesterol, in addition to diabetes, we can tell you right away you have very few options that might take you.
And point you in the right direction.
Or if you're taking more than such and such units of insulin, we can say we can eliminate all these companies right now. And if your only chance is going to be one or two companies here. So when you're trying to do it on your own, you call and you call and you call and you get frustrated and you assume maybe that you can't get approved. That might not be true. There's lots of companies out there. And so it's hard to keep it straight. Luckily, we have fancy computer doodaddies to help us. As my dad would say.
Doodad is just not a word.
My dad would say, can the computer do this? Because my dad doesn't use a computer. Like, can the computer do this? My computer can do anything, right? I can type in all your medical conditions, all your drugs, all your doctors. Boom, boom. And it's going to give me, it's going to help me. But then you still need a live person. Why?
Oh, because we're great.
I stumped him right there, didn't I?
Stumped me. No, it's important to have a live person because, first of all, you get to figure out which company you would qualify for. And then, just in general, you have somebody to be able to help you with your plan as things change. You know, in the future, your health conditions change, your plans, premium will change. You need somebody to be able to make sure you're in the right situation
And you don't
going
have to start
forward.
over.
You don't have to start
Every
over.
year, your live agent can help you, give you advice to stay there and say, hey, you're mad. It's like, look, I know you're mad, but this is a good plan. This is a good rate. Or you're happy. I get that all the time. They're like, I have a guy I'm seeing today, Don. He's happy with his rate. He's way overpaying. I'm going to give him the same plan, same benefits at a cheaper rate. So
Sounds like a
about
good deal to me.
$130 a day, he's going to be very happy. But he was already happy because he thought it was paying a fair thing. So an agent is there to advocate on your behalf. Now, a lot of people say, you seem like a nice person. Your mom seems nice. I see your grandparents on the Medicare Family.
Sometimes.
But my money's tight. And if I can call Mutual Omaha direct and enroll online, thank you for your advice. Thank you for steering me that Mutual Omaha was a good one. But I'm going to call them direct because I need to save money. No offense.
Well, it doesn't cost you anything. The premiums are regulated, so to work with, to call Mutual Omaha directly or any other company directly for that matter, it's exactly the same price as if you work with an advisor, independent agency like us. So, come on, you might as well work with an expert, get a better level of service and expertise. And if it's $0,
Right.
that fits
So
into your budget.
If you can have an advocate, a specialist that works on your behalf for you, that you do not pay anything extra for, why wouldn't you want it? Especially when you can have such a sweet mother-son duo. Please call our family, the Medicare Family. We'd love to help you.